Alright, good morning. So I am on Garuda Linux, and there is a reason for this. There's some like critical bug in uh why am I in the web browser? Anyways, there's a critical bug in Gentoo right now, and I seem to be the only one experiencing it. But what had happened was a week or so ago, I tried to update my system, and I noticed that when I opened Brave, it would like totally crash my desktop in like within a minute, and I couldn't like switch over to a TTY or anything. It was just busted. So I was like, oh fuck, I better like reinstall and see what's happening. So I reinstalled, and I even switched to systemd instead of OpenRC. And what had happened was it was still crashing. And then I tried to join like a Discord voice call, and my Discord was doing the same thing. So I was like, ah, holy shit. So I switched over to Firefox. That seemed to fix the whatever it was crashing my desktop with Brave. But then I tried to join a call in Firefox, and it also started crashing. So I was like, maybe there's some like, because I know that not Element, Electron is like Chromium basically. So I'm like, okay, maybe there's a bug in either Mesa or Chromium or something, or like whatever right now. But nobody else is experiencing it, so I'm like, I don't know. But this usually doesn't happen on a fresh install, so I don't know. So I'm like, okay, well, I just need my fucking computer to work right now. This is like the 20th time I've had to press the reset button on my computer in the last week, and it's starting to piss me off because I can lead to data loss and stuff. So I'm like, I don't wanna mess with that. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna install EndeavourOS, see what happens. And EndeavourOS is okay, but I play that World of Warcraft game, right? I play Turtle WoW. In Turtle WoW, their wine situation is very fucking picky with what distro you run, and that's a problem because it severely limits what kind of distro you can run. It doesn't run in Proton, it doesn't run in on Endeavor because Arch's wine version is currently bugged, it looks like. I've asked around and they said, yeah, if you're running like stock Arch, what's happened right now is if you're playing like WoW, Wrath of the Lich King or whatever, it's you can't play it at all. The wine will just crash with memory access violation, which is like the most fucking generic error of all time. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try Garuda because it has a bunch of gaming shit pre-installed. So I ended up installing Garuda Linux, and everything works on it. All my shit works. I actually really kind of like how it's set up too, because I don't like having two separate package managers for like an AUR helper. I'd rather, if I can, I want all that shit like packed into one. And I'm okay with their rice. It's not like my favorite thing ever, but it's okay, you know? It looks kind of gamery, and I don't really know what all these icons mean, honestly. But it works fine, you know. My shit hasn't crashed yet, which is more than I can say for. So I went onto the All Things Linux Discord and I said, oh yeah, I'm installing Garuda because Endeavor wasn't working for me. And they said, oh, Garuda's super bloated. You need to use CachyOS. And I was like, oh yeah, yeah. I haven't tried CachyOS yet, and I kept swearing I would. So I installed CachyOS and I just wiped this off because I had only been on it for like a day. It takes me like 10 minutes to set all my shit up, you know? So I installed CachyOS, and the World of Warcraft game wouldn't launch again, but that wasn't my only problem. Where I tried to change my volume and my sound panel locked up. The little KDE sound thing just like completely destroyed itself. So I was like, this ain't gonna work for me. I don't know if I can deal with like freezing and losing, because like World of Warcraft would open with like a black screen, you know? And I know that it's like if I'm playing weird games, that's my fault for trying to play weird games, but hey, that's the games I play, you know? And they do work on Linux, it's just they don't work on every distribution, and I'm starting to learn a bit more about that while gaming on Linux should be pretty easy, depending on what games you play, you may run into different issues. And that was kind of where I wanted to tell people again, bringing back up SteamOS, because everybody thinks that Valve is just gonna fix everything, and it's like depends on the games you're playing. You might have to do some manual tweaking. If you look on any game on ProtonDB, all of them, pretty much all of them, will say oh, I had to change to Proton Custom. Oh, I had to enable this setting. I had to do this or that, you know? And that's just gaming on Linux, you know? You might have to fuck around a bit to get it to work. Or it might not work on your distro at all, who knows? So I like Garuda for that. I like that it has all this gaming shit out of the box so that when you fucking launch a game, it actually launches. You know, that's always a good thing. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I tried CachyOS. This isn't a CachyOS video, but I tried it, and everybody I've talked to either says it works just fine or it lasted like 10 minutes before it blew itself up. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait for him to fix all their bugs before I get back into this, and we'll see how it goes later. So I'll see you guys later. I don't really enjoy that I'm using Garuda right now, but it launches, it works fine. So I'm like, okay, whatever. All right, see ya.